just turned on my iPad so that I can see comments. Now, if you're just joining me, this is my first live I've ever done in this group, and I'm doing a bunch of stuff I've never done before. I've never done a 15 ounce, I've never done a wine set, I've never done the kid tween flip top. So, if I mess up, sorry, bear with me. I had to reprint the 15 ounce and then we had a camera issue, so that's why I'm a few minutes late. I planned on having everything cut out ahead of time. So here's the 15 ounce. I'll make sure. Yep, that's good. Hi everyone. Hi. All right, so we are going to press today a 20 ounce, a 15 ounce. I did one tween just to check it real quick because I had never pressed one before. So we're going to do a tween. We're going to do a koozie, the hard koozies, and kids flip top, and sippy cup, and a wine set. So busy, busy, busy. So what I'm going to do first is let's do the 20 ounce, and then I can start taping and printing, or not printing, cutting in between. If you have any questions, just drop them in. Aw, thank you, Angie. I actually put on makeup today and dyed my hair just for this because I didn't want you guys seeing my hot mess self. So, we're going to do the 20 ounce first, and then while that's baking, I'll keep cutting and we can chit chat. All right, so I'm going to do, this is for an order I have, so I'm just going to do my 20 ounce here. Oh no. This is an old tumbler I grabbed. Okay, we're not going to do the 20 ounce because this is a tapered tumbler and I printed off the straight design. I thought I only had straights left. Apparently not. I have one tapered left. So I will have to do that for my order later because I don't want to mess up my order. Here's a 20 ounce I did earlier today. And we'll start with the 15 ounce then. Thanks, Tamara. All right, so we're going to start with the 15 ounce. I've never done this one either, but it's, I'm sure, very the same as the 20 ounce. So how I do the 20 ounce is I bring up my paper just to where it starts to go down. And then I pull as tight. So I'm going to show you what I do. Now, if you don't do it that same way, that's absolutely fine. There's lots of different ways to do it. This is just what works for me. And this is what times work for me. So, my phone is like blowing up. It's vibrating. I can hear it over there. All right, so I just tape as tight as I can up and down the seam. And then I take my scissors and I just cut off all the excess at the top. Sorry, my kids are super loud out there if you can hear them. Probably destroying my house while I'm in here. So I cut that even with the top. Then I take a long piece and I run it up and down the seam. I always start on the side that overlaps. And this is overlapping a little more than I normally would have, so I have to mess with my size on that. I've never done one before, so. And then I just fold over that, and then when I put on my shrink wrap, I'm going to put line up the perforated edge right here. So, let me get out my shrink wrap. Now the 15 ounce, I'm assuming will be a little easier. It's really not. So what I do is I take, somebody posted in the group about a soda bottle. I use an old tapered that I messed up. And I put that in there. Push it all the way down. But you could, that was a really good tip from whoever, I don't remember who posted it. Sorry if it was you. Push it down. Could cut off the excess shrink wrap if you wanted. I'm going to cut it off. Doesn't have to be perfect. And then I make sure that my perforation lines up with that little piece of tape I have sticking out. And I'm just going to shrink wrap it. Now my oven goes up in increments of 25. So I have it set at 350, which actually the inside temp based on my thermometer inside is about 360, 365. And I know a lot of people's sweet spot is 5 minutes at that time. Mine is 4 minutes and 30 seconds. So I do 215. I rotate it. I know I don't have to if I'm standing it up, but I do anyways. And then I do another 2 minutes and 15 seconds, and it's perfect. All right, so I'm going to throw that in there. And it's right at 360. I'm going to use my phone as my timer. And it probably is close to 5 minutes because by the time I set my timer. All right, I did order these little bands too. I should have put it on those. I've been using them on my 20 ounce. I want to get the wider ones, but these are just the ones that I had ordered, and they actually work really, really well. So I'm going to keep cutting. If you have any questions while that is baking, drop them in the comments. Don't see any questions yet. I'm very, very, very excited to do the wine sets. I ordered 5 of them and have not done one yet. And I'm super excited about it. I have not done it yet, so I'm excited to see how it turns out. I also had a cool idea, I thought was a cool idea, on the kids' flip top, where I took some of my blanket designs that I already had done and put them in the smart object, or in a smart object in Photoshop. So in order to do this one, you'd have to have Photoshop, but I don't have them listed or anything. But all you do is when you go into the smart object in Photoshop, you just change the names, and then it has their name all over with whatever images. So we're going to give those a try today, see how they turn out. All right, and then the Tween Cup I had never done before either, so I did a couple. I have one of those to do. I'm just going to try and cut these while the wine set that I'm doing is a funny one. If you get offended by foul language, you might get offended. But it's totally perfect for me and my life because it says, welcome, or what does it say? It's a total shit show. Have some alcohol. So, and that's totally me. So I'm going to repeat my timer. I'm going to turn it. I know I don't have to, but I like to, just in case something's uneven with my heating element or whatever. And then the wine glasses say sip happens, and then the other one says hot mess. Totally perfect for me, because as you can tell probably by this live already, I'm always a hot mess around here. What can go wrong will go wrong usually in a live too, right? I have the new Epson F570, and I have to tell you, I absolutely love it. If you do not have it, it should be a goal to save for it, because it makes my life so much easier when printing. The colors are beautiful. I don't have to worry about colors being off. Super easy to use too. All right, I think these are my last two to cut here. So, what type of oven do you have? Love the double doors. Okay, so this is a French door Oster. This one they had on sale a while back at Costco for pretty cheap. I actually got mine on Amazon when it was on sale. No, the Epson F570 is for sublimation. So you do not, there's no converting. It's huge. It prints up to 24 inches wide and as long as you want it to. I have 17-inch roll paper in there right now. But I used to have a Sawgrass, and I love my Sawgrass too, don't get me wrong. Absolutely love Sawgrass. But the ink was killing me on cost and paper. And so the paper on this is super cheap. It's like $20 a roll. And it's a long roll. And then also the ink is $19 a bottle for the big bottle. So you can't beat it. The ink cost, I figured, would save me in the long run. That printer is expensive. So that's why I put the tape like that so you can see. And it just makes it so much easier to peel off. I usually let mine cool before I peel the actual paper off. But I go through and I run my finger along the tape like that to kind of pull it up. Because otherwise when you let it cool, the tape gets really hard and it's hard to pull up. So, and we'll just let that cool for a minute. I have a cutting board that I messed up. So I keep all my mess ups. You can tell I use them in other ways. But I use my cutting board that I had messed up to cool my drinkware when it comes out of the oven so that it's not sitting directly on wood. All right, let's see. Yeah, they're about $2,500. Yeah. I actually bought mine used from a print shop who was, so I'm going to do the koozie next, who thought he was going to use it for masks, but he doesn't sell to the public. He sells to big corporations, and he never really sold much. If this tells you anything, it was still on its first ink and its first roll of paper. So, I got a heck of a deal. And it came with the stand, and it came with all the phone cases and masks that he didn't use. And all right, these are a little harder to not get ghosting on because of the little dip here at the bottom. But I do still take my design all the way down. And these are just for my husband and I, so the ones I'm making for these. And I'm going to try those bands and see if I can't get it better with that. I don't know. I think I have to use a 30 ounce on these. That was the 15 ounce. This one is the 15 ounce. It's almost cool. I can show you it in a minute. Sorry, I've got to grab a shrink wrap. I'm going to cut my shrink wrap here. My kids are getting restless. The wine sets are really cool that I bought from Tamara because they come with their own shrink wrap in the box. So there's no guessing on which shrink wrap to use for those. Maybe I'll get my other 4 done that I need to do after posting that one. Alright, let me get this shrink wrapped and then I can see if there's any comments. I've actually done the painter's tape also. And I like the shrink wrap better. The painter's tape works fine. For me, it's just really sticky. So I don't like, so you can see here where it starts to, at the top here, where it has that paper left over. And down here at the bottom, you can see where it's kind of crinkled up. I'm going to see if these bands help with that. So you just put them on. Take them all the way to the bottom so it gets pressure on there. I think I'll actually do 2 on here. Let's see. That's why I want to get the real wide ones, so I don't have to do 2, but these work. All right, I'm gonna bake this one. Turn on my alarm. All right, now let's take a look at this one. See how much harder the tape already is? It's crazy. So if I don't peel it a little bit, then I spend forever trying to get the tape off. This is the 15 ounce. I absolutely love it. This isn't a seamless pattern because of the way the galaxy sky is, but I think it still blends really nicely. And this is a new design I just did. It is for the 20 ounce, but it sizes down to the 15 ounce, no problem. I just sized it down with I didn't have to make any alterations or anything to it. So there's that one. And then I bought this, I need a new one of these because mine makes all kinds of noise, but I bought this little turner on Amazon. And it works really great if you put, like, I have boards that I use, and I put this on here, and then I video it and post it in my group, and then I usually get lots more orders just from showing other people's orders. All right, any other questions? Yeah, the shrink wrap in the, here, I'll show you the wine gift box while we're waiting on. I did start my timer, yes, okay. So this is the wine gift set. This comes in plastic too, I just already took it off. It comes in a really pretty box, and it comes with the shrink wrap in the box, and then look at how pretty this is. These would be great wedding gifts or even housewarming gifts. My brother and sister-in-law wanted one for camping, so I'm actually working on a camping theme one right now, because that's when they actually use like to-go cups. So I'm working on a camping one right now, but so cool. None of the design for this is not posted yet. Hold on, my timer just went off. And again, I rotate it. You don't have to. Tumblers. I get my tumblers from the page you're on right now, from Tamara. All right, so we're going to wait to do the wine set because, well, maybe, let's see. It might be able to stand up. I was thinking I was going to have to lay it down. But I think maybe I can stand it up. Thanks, Tamara. So maybe we can do that one. Just a minute. Okay, so let's do the tween next. Hope all your Sunday's going well. Move that out of the way. All right, so the tween also, the 20 ounce I found out today, because I hadn't done a tween yet, the 20 ounce sized down perfectly for the tween. So that was pretty cool. And this one I went all the way to the bottom on my sample one that I did earlier.
Time and temp.
Time and temp. So I'll tell you what works for me. I know that a lot of people use different times. but my Oster only goes up by 25 degrees, so I set it at 350, but the internal temperature is actually about 360, 365, and I do 4 minutes and 30 seconds total. I know a lot of people's sweet spot is 5 minutes total. For me, I was burning them at that, so I reduced my time, and so my sweet spot is 4 minutes and 30 seconds at 360, but my oven is actually set to 350. So I highly recommend that you get an internal thermometer, because some of these ovens can be really off, like really off. Alright, so I am going to peel my shrink wrap first, get it off of there. Again, I'm just going to pull that tape. That makes it come off really easy. And then I'm going to peel my tape and then let it cool. So just, not peel, but just kind of get the edge up. And we'll see. So that's going to cool, and we'll keep taping this one. Alright. Now the tween, I didn't cut the excess off the top on my sample one, so we'll see how it turns out on this one. When I'm running the tape up the seam, I like to push down on the side that is the overlap over, and then push down as hard as I can. Then put that over. My husband's helping me here. He's my computer techie guy. So thank you, hubby. I'm going to cut that excess off. Any questions? Oh. I was like, I answered. That was my husband answering. If you are not aware, I ran a flash sale Friday in my Etsy for half off, because I know I don't have a drive, and a lot of people want to drive. I did a 2020 drive at the end of the year, which I'll do a 2021 drive at the end of the year, but I don't have any plans to do a 2021 drive currently. So I know a lot of people are looking for that, so I felt bad. So I ran a 50% off sale, and then some people missed it, so I extended it yesterday. And I had a few people message me saying, please extend it. So I thought, you know what, I'm doing a live today. I'll extend it. So through today only, I'm not going to extend it again tomorrow. My whole Etsy shop is half off. It won't show that when you go there until you put at least $1 in your cart. Once you have $1 in your cart will automatically go 50% off. So that's everything on my Tumblers with Melissa Etsy is half off. Some of these are not listed yet. I'm trying to think which ones aren't. The Bear Galaxy is. The koozie is not. The Tween Cup. This is actually a 20 ounce. I just sized down. The kids cups are not. All right, let's get this bacon, then I'll see if I have questions. The other koozie I'm going to do, the Jeep Mom Life Messy Bun Yoga Pants, is not. The wine cups are not. So when we're done, I will get those up so you can take advantage of the sale if there's any that you see that you want to grab. I do the same. Blacks are the death of me too, Jean. But I do the Types of bands are easy. These are silicone bands. I do the same time in Temp no matter what color. I know some people add a minute for black, but I was burning my black when I did that. So this is what works for me. But these are just bands I ordered off Amazon. I wish I would have gotten the wider ones, but those are the ones that I got. I'll probably go on and get the wider ones next. But they make a really big difference, especially on, like, these are hard to get down here because there's a little bit of a lip. But look at that. Koozie. And then once you put the lid on, or the, and then you can't even see the seam on this one. So the bands really, really help with tumblers like that. You don't really need them. I don't really need them on the 20 ounce, but might as well, right? It doesn't hurt. Okay, let's see. Oh, thank you. Oh, yay! I didn't know we were starting to carry the bands. That's amazing. Some people say it sticks. Because I pull my my shrink wrap off right away, I've never had a problem with it sticking. So I know a lot of people do have that problem, but when I do the tape like that and then I pull it right away, I don't have a problem with it sticking. All right, so I'm going to turn it and then we'll pull it off. I think that's the first time I turn that one. Hopefully. Otherwise it's going to be overcooked. Okay, let's tape our next one. Let's see. Well, we already did a koozie. Maybe the kids flip top. I love these. My kids love these. Oh no, did I not print it right? Nope. It's about a 1/4 inch shy, but it's for my kids, so I'm gonna do it anyways. I'll have to make sure that's changed before I list it. My kids are trying to get into my room right now. Sorry, I'm just trying to line this up. Yeah, I'm about a 1/4 inch shy on the width. So I'll fix that before I get it listed. This is why I like to test my designs before I list them, because especially on something I haven't done yet. So that way I make sure that when you get them, all you have to do is print. Now I get asked a lot about the bulge tumbler kids cups. Tamara does not sell those. I know some people say that you can do a full wrap. I've never been able to see where you can. So I am from Tamara. Stay away from the... Okay, we're going to stop. I'm going to pull the... This one's not wanting to rip as good. And again, I'm just going to peel up, start to just kind of peel that tape back just a little bit, and then let it cool. That way it gives me something to pull off. Alright, that one's cooling. I'll keep taping this one. sometimes when you go to tape, it'll then need to be adjusted. So if you see where you start getting like like an air pocket, like it's gonna have an air pocket, then just untape and retape. It's better to do that than to waste a tumbler. Alright, I'm just going to do one of these kids' cups because I'm going to fix the other one before I do it. My other kiddo's cup. So I'll post pictures later of it fixed. But alright. Questions? Oh wow, that's awesome. So Tamara just said after the Chinese New Year's, the new kids' cup that come in won't be tapered. These are just a little bit tapered. They're not bad at all. I'm going to line up my seam with the perforated. Tamara or Angie, if you guys are on here, do you guys stand the wine bottle up? I haven't done one yet, so I wasn't sure if I had to lay it down or if it does stand up. It looks like it might be close. I'll put those bands on. We'll get this baking, and then I'm going to go ahead and tape my wine set up. So we're ready to go. Yeah, it says hot mess, and then the other one says sip happens. The other cup. I don't remember. Sip happens. It's okay to whine. I think I had that twisted. Okay, Tamara lays everything out down. Angie stands up. Okay, I'm going to try standing up. We'll see. I'm just using, it's a clear heat tape. I think I got it at Coastal, actually. Okay. Start my timer. Start. All right, let's pull this off. Oh, I love that one. And again, the 20 ounce size down perfectly for these. Oh, you know what I did? I didn't think about. So, you need to mark when your lid is screwed on where the front is. So you can just take like a Sharpie and mark it right on the bottom. So that way when you screw your lid back on, your design is the way you want it on there. Again, this is just for my son, so no big deal. But I didn't catch that. Same thing with the sippy cups. When you go to do a sippy cup, once they're screwed on, you want your design a certain way, then you need to mark where that is before you unscrew it. Okay, let's get the wine cups ready. And I'm going to do this one. Alright, we just have the wine left, and then, let's see. Oh, and a sippy cup left. And I'll show you what I mean by lining that up. And do the sippy cup. I love, love, love these boxes that these come in because it makes for a really awesome gift. Oopsie. Hot mess over here, told you. Always. Although I'm not normally... I did not put any blowout paper on before the shrink wrap. I don't have it. Yeah, the marks. I haven't had any issues. Now with the wine cup, I will put some blowout paper. All right, I'm just gonna rotate that. And I again did not, I didn't mark on this one either, so I messed up. I always forget on those. I don't do them all that often, so. But on the metal ones, whoever asked, I'm sorry. I know I'm excited for the wine set too. But on the, what was I saying? Oh, the metal ones with the metal on top. I don't do the blowout paper over the metal because I have never personally had a problem with it sticking. I know some people do, so if that is an issue for you, just take the couple extra seconds and put on the blowout paper. All right, so there's my wine. One wine. I like to let it cool before releasing the paper because I find that my paper doesn't stick that way. When I was taking my paper off right away, sometimes I get like a feel to it. It doesn't come off where the tumbler is completely smooth. So I don't know if it's just, that was just me or what. And I found I don't get that when I let the paper cool. But I do remove my shrink wrap right away. And I also remove, or just kind of peel up the tape just a little bit. So that way it's easier to remove. I tried to wait on the shrink wrap until it cooled all the way, and it flakes and breaks apart and was a huge mess. So for me, that wasn't, I didn't want a big, huge mess. But I know lots of people bake them and then just let them sit and come back and do them later. I just don't like that big mess that it caused. I don't tape on the top or bottom. I just cut it even with the top. I found that it creates actually less problems when I don't tape, but I know lots of people do tape. I started using these bands though, and they kind of, I think almost kind of work like tape. So here's without the blowout paper on the top, and I don't ever have a problem with it sticking to the metal. So I don't know why. I don't do wine cups very often, so I think on the wine cups I do need to use the blowout paper because I've seen where it can yellow the just going to kind of peel that up just a little, and we're going to let that cool. All right, so let's line that up even with the bottom. So Tamara, do you always cover your wine cups in butcher paper before you bake them and put the sleeve on? I'm assuming I wouldn't have to on this because it's pretty much a full wrap. We're going to go for it and not put the butcher paper on. Not if you use the bands. lost my tape in there. I'm going to have to just cut it off. Okay, so I'm not doing well, the full wrap goes to, I mean, it's a full wrap, but it doesn't go all the way down. So when you put your shrink wrap on, do you just only shrink wrap the top part that has the design on it, is what I'm assuming, instead of going all the way down? We'll be doing those next, so we'll see. I drop everything all the time. My craft room is a complete mess right now too. I've got so much stuff to put away. All right. That in there. Set my timer. All right. So on these, they're actually like bracelets, like silicone bracelets. Tamara said she's going to start carrying them though, so that's really awesome. All right, Tamara. So on the wine shrink wrap, do I just go like this and then I don't have to put blowout paper since it's a full wrap? Okay, so we do need to wrap in butcher paper. You guys are all learning something with me today. I don't do these wine cups very often. Oh, so cute. So there is my, see, that's where I didn't have it printed large enough, so you can see that little bit of a white mark, but it's for my own kiddo, so I'll fix it before I get this listed. And this will be for Photoshop users because it's a smart object. So what you'll do is you'll click in it, change the names, they'll already be saved there. And then when you X out, it'll automatically warp it for you for this tumbler. I love it. My son will love it. All right, we're gonna try it. Tamara said it should be fine. If it's not, oh well. I just won't go all the way to the bottom. That's not going to be an issue. All right. This one. I did a motorcycle one of the kids' cup too. I think I have a dream catcher one, but I've got they're about a 1/4 inch short with the paper, so I've got to fix that before I get them up. But again, they'll be for Photoshop users because they're smart objects, so otherwise you'd have to go in and put each name in and then warp it yourself, so that'd be really a lot more work than probably what it would be worth to do it that way. But if you're a Photoshop user and you want one of those, it'd be really easy because it's a smart object. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and put the bands on the tops of these. Why not? I'm really excited to finally be doing these wine sets that I've had for ages and ages. I bought them before Christmas and then didn't do them. I'm working on a camping one too that has like a camper that says Happy Campers on the bottle part, and then each of the wine cups are going to have marshmallows. Say something about toasted. All right, that should be coming out in just a few seconds. Let's see. Yeah, here's the other one I did. It's all motorcycles for my other son. But I didn't take into consideration on this one. I guess this one doesn't really matter where that's kind of the beauty of it, because it's an all over print with names, so it really doesn't matter. All right. Alright, so I'm going to get this shrink wrap off right away. Oh, there's my tape. I have heat gloves somewhere, but my kids are always playing in my craft room and all my stuff always disappears. So I don't know where my heat gloves went, but I don't use them all that often anyways. The tongs work really good for me. And then I wait till it cools to really get the rest of it off, so. Alright, that's ready to cool. Let's put these in. Start my timer. Alright. So for the sippy cup, see if I can find a pen or something to mark it with. Nope, okay. I've got a pencil. That'll work. Alright, I couldn't find a marker, so I just marked it with a pencil. So that tells me that's where the spout is. It's the tape pack, I'm telling you. It makes the shrink wrap come off like that, and the trick is to pull it hot. So I always pull my shrink wrap hot, and comes off like that all the time. Okay, so I want that right there. I always start taping in the middle and I work my way up and down from the middle. Sometimes I have to re-tape, but for the most part I don't. Now these sippy cups again, too, are the same as the koozies where they have that little bit of a ridge. So that's where the bands really, really help. You don't get that white ghosting. I have a little bit of excess. I'm just gonna, because if there's a little bit of paper overlap, then is what happens is it pushes down. Once you put the shrink wrap on, it pushes down, and then that's how you get air gaps too. Tape over. Alright, now let me get my shrink wrap. So the tape pack is where I run the tape up the seam, and then I fold it over just a little bit, and then I line that up with the perforation on the shrink wrap. So when I pull off my wrap, my shrink wrap, it comes off in one easy pull. Bands, and on the sippy cup and on the koozie I use 2 bands just to make sure that because of that little dip. How much time we got on those wine? 20 seconds. 20 seconds left on the wine, so I better move fast with this. Ready. We'll peel this as soon as I get those out because I knew that was coming. Whoops. They do fly sometimes when you're taking them off. So on the wine, because I didn't cut off the excess, I have to kind of cut there to get my tape. Make sure I get that sink wrap off right away because I didn't want it sticking to my tumbler. I'm going to peel, just start to peel that tape just a little bit, and then once it cools we'll take it off. Alright, let's take a look at our bottle now that it's nice and cool, and I can see, since I already peeled that tape up a little bit, it just pulls off so much easier. But when you're trying to do it after it's cooled, alright, so there you go. I love that one. I'll have my husband get that for me in a second. Let me hand me that lid. I'm going to show it all boxed up, how pretty it looks. Oh, I can go if you... And the bear. It's such a mess in here. He's having to like crawl under the wires because he's got me with a webcam here and then the overhead one. Thank you, and thank you. Alright, so there we go. So pretty. Actually, I should leave that out. That's the only thing I remove immediately, and then I go ahead and peel the tape a little bit. Let's get this in there and start baking it. That's the sippy cup. And then I'll answer more questions. 2 minutes, 15 seconds. And I'll show you all the pretties we made. So we made the Tween Cup. This one I made earlier just to try and test it. I made this earlier too for an order, but I love the way it turned out. It's the 20 ounce. I love this 15 ounce. It's so pretty. And such a great size. Kids flip top. And then I had another design for this, but I messed up it's about a 1/4 inch short, so I don't want to press it yet. I'm going to make a new one, and these are for Photoshop. I don't have them listed yet, but I will get them up. And then we just pressed the wine. These are cool now. Sets. And this design isn't up yet either, but I will get it up. So this cup says, sip happens, it's okay to whine, and wine is spelled W-I-N-E. This one says hot mess. This would be mine. And then it matches it's a total shit show, have some alcohol. Look how pretty this set looks, and then when you put it back in the box, it's just gorgeous. And these make great gifts for housewarmings, weddings. And it comes with your shrink wrap for the different sizes. And then so pretty. And then we made the koozie, and I think that's it, because I messed up the 20 ounce. I have a taper, and did I rotate that yet? No, so we gotta rotate one more time, then I'll show you the sippy cup, and then that's it. Thanks for coming on here on a Sunday, you guys. I appreciate it. Remember, if you have not already seen, I did extend the sale on my Etsy. So Tumblers with Melissa, I think my husband linked it. And it's 50% off as soon as you add $1 to your cart. So go stock up. I put this inside the box with the, I don't know what, I set my rubber base down somewhere. But I put the rubber base on top. I don't put the rubber bases on mine because I don't want customers coming back saying that it peeled off and they want a new cup. So I let them put them on, then if it peels off, that's just my own personal thing. Got lots of stuff we did. I love the double door Oster. They have one at Walmart too that's not digital. It's a dial, but I love the double door. I was burning my arms all the time on my the flip door that like folds down. What sippy tumbler are you having a hard time with? The one I'm doing? Oh, the silicone bands. Tamara's going to start carrying them. I got these on Amazon. I wish I had gotten the wider ones, but these work fine because I can do 2 if I want to. They're like silicone bracelets. I don't even know what size they are. I'll have to look, but yeah, a lot of people love the Hamilton Beach XL too from Walmart. I went with this one because it was what was on sale. It was like 120 bucks. It's not that now. It's a lot more now. So I'd go with whatever you can find for a decent price that you can stand up if you want to stand up. I like standing up in mine. I used to lay them down, which wasn't an issue really either. So, all right. Last one. I'm going to take those bands off. So here's that tape. So I ran it down the perforated seam that way. And then normally I just peel it up just enough so it gives me something to grab onto once it's cooled. I'll wait just a minute and then I'll actually show you because that was my last one. But are there any questions before I hop off? Okay, I think No, I think, yeah, mine aren't 2-inch. I think mine are 3-inch. But the 2-inch would probably be even better because the more pressure, the better. I really like them. All right, I'm going to go ahead and unwrap this. Yes, I can post a picture of the oven I have. But, so some of you were saying you're having a hard time with the sippy cups because of that bottom. The silicone bands really, really, really help with that. Look, there's no ghosting at all. Same thing with around the top. And I was having a really bad issue with the can koozies because of that little dip. No more. The silicone bands really, really help with that. So they're worth, I don't even know what I paid, $8 or whatever. And when Tamara carries them, they'll be worth every penny. But remember how I marked the front of, you can't see it now because it's pencil, but there I marked it. So that way when I go to put back on my lid, it's a little hot right now. So I don't really want to do that because I don't want to mess up the, but when I tighten it all the way, this will be right in the center, which is what I was wanting. So you want to make sure that you mark the bottom of your tumbler so you know where that center is before you, bake it. All right, guys, I'm going to hop off. Thank you so much for joining me on a Sunday. Make sure you check out my Etsy, get your 50% off. It ends today. I will not extend it again, so get your stuff in today. And if you have not ordered tumblers from Tamara, she posted her link. Make sure you do that. Her tumblers are hands down the best. And she has so many varieties. So go grab yourself a wine set. I think she still has some left. You put the band at the bottom. I actually use 2 bands, so I start at the bottom and then I do one above that so that you get pressure on. Here, it's a little cooler now. I start it right down here all the way at the bottom and then I put one more up above that so you get double, because mine are thinner. I've seen some people, you could probably even do 3, it wouldn't hurt anything. I've seen some people where this is how wide they bought theirs, so mine are just skinnier. Yes, so the kids cups, these are the flip top cups, these are the tween. These are 15 ounce. There's the Sippy. She has others too. I'm trying to think what other one she has. I don't remember. Or is that maybe all of them? I'm not sure. Alright guys, thank you again. Where to purchase bands. Tamara's going to have the bands. Tamara, if you can post when you think you'll get those in and then your link, that'd be great. And then I can link Tamara's shop in the comments also. Like I said, her tumblers are hands down the best. Her shrink wrap is the best. So make sure you check her out. And if you don't know about my Etsy, it's on sale only for today. I will not extend it again. Bye guys. Thank you for joining me. Bye.